Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eurymachus, and today I'm just bringing you some casual gameplay with the AUG and the TPG-1 Pro. I get a couple nice sniper shots, and I know it's a slow beginning, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I think it was a pretty, like a little bit above average gameplay. I was playing some noobs, some pros, but I think I did really well overall. Alright, so one of my subs, Big Daddy At, that's his Combat Arms gamer tag, he asked me to do a video on mouse sensitivity. A while ago, he asked me what my mouse sensitivity was, and I told him that mouse sensitivity actually depends on a number of things. Like for me, I constantly change my mouse sensitivity like all the time. And it actually just depends. I'm not quite sure what it is, but if you reset your mouse sensitivity back to 1 and then you pull it up back again, it's just that the number that you get on the Command Arm screen is way less than if you just try to put it up from there. So that's one factor. You need to make sure that you reset it all the way back to 1 each time. I don't do that just because I'm lazy and I really don't care that much because I'm just here to have fun. And I have no clue how none of those shots hit, but I get a nice headshot right here. Alright, so mouse sensitivity. It's different for almost every computer and almost every single person. So generally when I'm using sniper rifles, I go for a little bit less sensitivity, but that's just because I like to kind of like, it's a drag scope, quick scope kind of thing. And I accidentally killed Ducky there. He's kind of mad at me, but I say sorry a lot. Okay, so it actually depends on what kind of weapon you're using, the kind of computer you're using, the kind of mouse you're using, the kind of mouse settings you're using, and also what your previous mouse sensitivities were. Alright, so usually for me, when I'm using an assault rifle or an SMG, I usually go between 30 and 37, 38, around there. But that's just because when I'm using an assault rifle, I'm not really going to be trying to aim for heads, and it's really, I just need those 44 shots on that body, or 3 shots and they're dead. So I'm really not worried about that aspect. Now, a lot of times sensitivity it's really important for close quarters and long range combat, because medium range, it can go either way. It's just preference. For medium ranges, I prefer it more on the high side, and for long ranges, I prefer it on the low side. Like sometimes I'll even play with a 12 or a 13 sensitivity when I'm playing one-man army, junk fully, snipers only. But that's just because I really hate to quickscope, because I think that, like, in this game, quickscoping is like freaking easy. Like in Black Ops, I admit it does take some skill, just because of the centering time. But in this game, quickscoping takes like almost no skill. All you need is to center your screen on your enemy's body, scope in, and they're dead. Like in Black Ops, it has a little bit of a reset thing, but in Modern Warfare 2, it's even worse, man. The scope in time is even faster. So basically, I usually use snipers to hard scope people. That's basically, you can either drag scope, you can weight shot, but I usually weight shot the drag scope, if you know what I mean. It's basically like, my reflexes aren't exactly always the best, so if you follow your opponent's body all the way through, then even if your reflexes aren't good enough for a weight shot, and what I mean by weight shot, it's like you put your crosshairs on the, like, you kind of imagine where they're gonna go. Like, you're gonna have to do this for tomahawks and also for ballistic knives in Black Ops. So you basically you guess, kind of, you project where their body's gonna be in, say, 0.1 second, 0.5 seconds. I'm not quite sure. But if you drag scope it, then even if your reaction time isn't fast enough, you'll still get the kill because you're always following their body. So I always recommend to do that. Alright, so sensitivity, as I said, you can't really... It's not a good question to ask me because I have no clue. Maybe if I played around with your computer a little bit, kind of like got to feel how it works, and what I mean by that, is it draggy, is it hard to aim? Like, lag affects a lot of things, so I just have no clue. But in my experience, I used to have a 2.1 gigahertz computer, not quite sure if I said it before, but it was just laggy as crap, man. It couldn't run Combat Arms. It could only run COD 1 and COD 2 at 60 FPS, and those are like 7-year-old games, 6-year-old games, I'm not quite sure. But so when I made the switch to the iMac, it's a 3.06 gigahertz. I saw like a freaking huge change, and it was freaking amazing. So my KDR rose by like 0.5 just from that computer boost, and that's pretty much how I got into making videos, because I was getting like insanely great KDRs. I was getting some pretty nice clips, and right here I'm teabagging this guy because he thought he could beat me, and I don't know, his face just seemed like it deserved it. Alright, so mouse sensitivity for generally, if your computer's laggy, if it's under 2.2 gigahertz, and the graphics card generally isn't going to be that good because it's under 2.2 gigahertz, so I'm just assuming all of these things. You're going to need a sensitivity of about 50 plus, 50 to 65 around there. But if you're like really lagging, then you're going to want to get like a 65 to 72 sensitivity. But that's just like my experience. And right there I get KS 2 times, but doesn't make me discouraged. I'm just ready to kill some more people. Alright, so as I was saying, just don't sweat it. Just keep playing around with your mouse sensitivity until you find a comfortable range, and just go with it. Just stick with it until you want to try something new. Like sometimes when I'm using SMGs, I want to go really Rambo. I turn it up to 99 sensitivity and I just get my ass owned because I'm not used to it. But it's a really fun thing to just play around with your sensitivity. There's really not. It's very important, but don't sweat it too much, because no matter what the sensitivity is, if you have good skills, your hand-eye coordination with your hand will adapt to whatever sensitivity you have. But just choose whatever you're comfortable with. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. See ya. Peace.